Hello. We made it back.
Back?
Yeah, in the flesh. Lots and lots of flesh. Hey, we are allowed to make fun of ourselves.
Maybe
Kind of.
sometimes.
Yeah, not all the time, but sometimes. Welcome to the Husky Bibles. These are your Husky Bibles, usual suspects here. We just came back from doing homework.
Okay, and before you say that, let's just say we made a pact before we went to the movies
Yes.
and said that if the movie that we saw, which was
Captain America, Brave New World.
if it was trash, we were going to spoil it.
We're going to spoil the living daylights out of it.
And if it was good, we weren't going to say anything at all.
No, we were not going to spoil it. We were going to talk about it, but we're not going to spoil it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
it was okay.
You're not going to get any spoilers today.
Exactly. It was okay. I mean, was it the greatest piece of cinema in cinema history? No. It was your paint by the numbers, traditional, good comic book movie, decent comic book movie. That was it. And also, I mean, without going to spoiler territory, is basically a spiritual sequel to The Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, it was very. You just said it before we came live. Well, not live, but to record. That it was very Hulk heavy.
Yeah, I mean, it referenced the Hulk like big time. The only guy that was missing was
the green guy.
Yeah, that was. But the other guy, I mean, that's not spoilers. That's in the trailers.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that Red Hulk is in it, so that's.
But we didn't expect it to be as heavy for a Captain America movie to have a lot of the Hulk in it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like you said, was it the greatest Marvel movie alive? No, but it was good,
and it wasn't the worst Marvel movie either. So
yeah,
no. It wasn't the worst Marvel movie either. So, it's a good time. It was a good time. I mean, I feel that you don't feel regret to spending the money.
No. Like I said, I'm not in the. I watch movies to watch it. Now, if they suck, I won't watch it again. And if they were good, and if say my wife wants to go see it in the movie theaters after I saw it with you, that's a movie that I'll go back because there's a lot. To me, I don't catch everything, so going back to see it to catch more, I'll probably do. But
to get a second watch out of it, I don't think I'm that enthusiastic. I mean, I don't understand your situation because it's your lady that wants to see it, and you'll be like, yeah, whatever with my lady, yeah, whatever with my lady. But in my case, like I'll be like, pass. Plus, there's other options.
Well, but see that's the difference between us. Like, I wouldn't mind going seeing it again because you catch all these messages because you're just a movie head.
No, but I mean, I got the gist of it. Not the gist. I mean, I understood the whole movie. I mean, the movie basically, not to insult it because we already said it was good. It's okay. But for people who are not that into the MCU, this is like a movie that holds you by the hand. It's like, okay, we're gonna take you to a little journey back into rewind mode, and we're gonna remind you a few things that happened, so you don't have to watch it all over again. Okay, so you just give me your hand, and we're gonna guide you through. On this side, you're gonna see this and this. On that side, you're gonna see that and that. Not to spoil anything because we don't want to spoil the movie, right? We don't want to spoil. So it gives you like a little guidance in the hand and take you like, oh, okay. Oh, but if you already in the know, you'll be like, get on with it. Like, yeah, I understand the references. Get on with it. Like, let's next plot, please. Next plot. Yeah. But again, not the abomination that some people are selling it to be. I've seen worse. We have seen worse. Like basically 89 to be nice, 89% of the DCEU, just to be nice. 89% of the DCEU like falls into the ASS territory.
Well, the few that I've seen definitely go in there.
and with certain exceptions here and there, because not everything has to be trash. I mean, you'll find a golden nugget even in a heap of trash once in a while. But yeah, I've seen worse. Let's just say that I've seen worse.
Well, they say a broken clock is right.
Yeah, a broken clock is right twice a day.
Yeah.
So
So
yes, I mean they can all be trash. But yeah, the movie's good. Like if you got the money to spare and have a good have the time to spare as well, go ahead. Like I can recommend it wholeheartedly. It's not you're not gonna be like wanting to bleach your eyes out afterwards. Like my eyes.
it wasn't that bad.
No,
It
look,
was pretty
it's
good.
not. It's an okay movie. It's an okay movie, and like it showcases the new Captain America, Sam Wilson, and it makes you see why he will be now the new leader of the Avengers. This is not spoiler territory because this is already something that's being talked.
A long time ago.
Yeah, so like it was just assumed because well, if you've seen Endgame, you can assume that because the big two out of the three are no longer. Yeah.
Did two two people die at the end?
No, one did. The other one just retired.
Oh,
Whereas
really?
the third one is still around, but he's taking it like with chill pills now.
Oh, okay.
Goldilocks.
Oh, man.
Although that would be if there was a guy in the MCU that would have to retire just out of trauma sake. Like you want to talk about trauma? Thor is the hold my beer guy. He's like, oh, that's cute. You lost somebody? I lost my entire planet. I lost my dad. I lost my mom. I lost my brother. I lost my best friend. And I gained 350 pounds. Cry me a freaking river, dude. Hold my beer. Like, you want to talk about coming back from something? I am him. I am him. That would be what like Thor would be like. If people would be starting, suck it up. Like you don't see me crying in the corner. That was an Endgame, but not now. Oh, here we are talking about fictional characters. Anyway, so yeah, Captain America, he retired, and Iron Man. Spoilers for you who have not watched Endgame, aka my daughter. Captain Iron Man is dead. He dead.
Died?
He dead.
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 That's unacceptable. You just ruined
He
the whole movie.
dead. Like very dead. Now in the comic books, he's very much alive. Very much alive and well. Very much so. So there's a lot of Tony Stark to go around. And he went back to his classical look from the 60s. He's just sporting the mustache now. Yeah, just the mustache in the comics. So he removed the goatee. So because I guess since Robert Downey Jr. is no longer doing Iron Man, he's like, well, we can retire the goatee now. I mean, it's an epic goatee. It's very epic. It's very unique goatee. But we can go back to classic Tony Stark with the Errol Flynn mustache. The little two pencil lines here. Yeah, that's very 2026, right?
Oh, yeah.
2025.
Exactly.
Yeah, very
It's
modern
coming
times.
back. It's
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
back,
Oh yeah,
man. Watch out.
the Roaring Twenties are coming back. Dun, 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 dun.
Like
Whatever that.
wasn't it like movies were like just like still movements?
No, actually, they sped up the movement very, very quick. I mean, barely sound was coming up by then.
Lightning fast.
Yeah,
Lightning.
like putting a YouTube video on 2x. Anyway, so all that to say that yeah, you can see it. You won't have any regrets. You won't be like, "Well, money, where my money at?"
Well, at least for our opinion.
Yeah, our opinion. I mean, you can be like, "This is trash," or you can be like, "This is the greatest movie I've ever seen." I mean, opinions is as different as people are. So, we just happen to agree on that it was okay. It was okay. You'd be like, "What's okay mean?" Like, it wasn't bad, and it wasn't the most awesome thing I've ever. It was an okay, decent movie.
I mean, the recliner seats made it all like.
Well, that made the watching experience more enjoyable. I actually at one point thought that I was gonna fall asleep because of the comfy seats, but it didn't happen. I mean, I stayed awake for the whole movie, so that speaks volumes about the movie. That it caught my attention, and believe me, getting my attention, I'm like a cat with that. When you get the laser pointer, like you start when you put that laser pointer on a cat, he's gone. That's it. You lost that cat. The cat is like, where you going? Where you going? I'm gonna catch you. I'm gonna catch you.
It's like cat and catnip
Oh,
times 10.
that is the weed for cats, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So you cue the Jamaican music. We're jamming. We're jamming. I want to jam it with you.
Yeah.
Don't sue us, Bob Marley. It's a state, anyways. Don't sue us.
If you watch videos on like Instagram of cats on catnip, and some of them are just like high out of their mind, and the other ones are just freaking running
cue
around.
Purple Haze.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just good times. Good times.
Oh yeah, they were in good times. I can tell you that much. They're like, far out, man. Far out, man. That reminds me of Macho Man Randy Savage. Wow, freak out, man.
Did you see that new commercial?
Which one?
I think it came out like Super Bowl, and they had like some weird dude. They must have gotten like rights to do it.
Right, because they use
like
old footage of the Macho Man.
No, they like used his name and used like his quotes and stuff like that. So they must have.
They probably got some. They got okay with the estate.
Yeah.
Whoever's left, because I don't think
I forget what
Macho Man didn't have no kids.
Yeah, I forgot what commercial was, but I gotta look it up. But yeah, it was hilarious.
Well, you're already circling in there. We might as well talk about wrestling again.
Oh,
yeah, because that's kind of like our bread and butter. That's pretty much like if judging by the reels alone, like those are like the thing that catches the people's attention.
Well, Marvel does a lot too. Look at that reel that we had on Instagram.
Dr. Doom and Fantastic Four and whatnot. Yeah, so I mean, and it wasn't even talking about something that was like a spoiler. It was like something that's it's already common knowledge by now that everybody knows that Robert Downey Jr. is Dr. Doom.
He is.
Stop acting surprised. Like you're trying to find like for those people under a rock.
Yeah, I'm representing them.
Yeah, those people who must be like a bomb, a nuclear holocaust exploded near their area, and they are like totally disconnected from reality. It's like
they live off the grid.
They're like,
what am I gonna do?
You're telling me that Dr. Doom is now Robert Downey Jr., but wasn't he Iron Man? Yes, it's a conundrum. We don't get it. Kind of like that ending, that after credit scene that we saw in the movie.
No, it's leading you into the next one.
Yeah, but it's like, can you be more specific? I was tempted to shout at it. Can you be more specific, sir? For us in the back.
Oh, okay. Let's create a whole nother end scene.
No. What would have been amazing is that the character would actually looked at us and said, "Okay, do I have to spell it out for the you in the back? Okay, Dr. Doom is coming. It's going to be played by Robert Downey Jr. You got it? Cool.
You sure?"
And then Captain America would be like, "Who are you talking to? Like, don't you see the fat dude in the back that's screaming at me? Yeah, you with the thick glasses. I see you."
Yeah, and this is the Red Hawk, not the green one. Change your shirt.
Yeah. I don't want to see that the green thing. I hate him. Hate that dude. Kind of spoiled the movie, didn't we?
No. We know he was red.
No, but I mean, okay, never mind. we can keep discussing this. We're going to go to spoiler territory. Anyway.
Mr. Minkia Juice, you want to talk about now?
Well, he's out of the. I mean, if you want to touch Minkia, we'll touch Minkia. For those of you
who
want
to touch him, but
no, the subject, not him. Him, I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole, bathe in Clorox bleach.
Acid.
Still, I think I'll get some cooties. I want no business with that man whatsoever. Anyways, yeah, it was confirmed this week by Mr. Minkia Juice, aka Vincent Kennedy McMahon. In case you don't know who's Minkia Juice, because we barely mention his name every once in a while. But
No chance.
yeah,
That's
but
what you
we
got.
every once in a while we like to remind the people who we're talking about. So Minky Juice is Vincent Kennedy McMahon, Vince McMahon, the former owner of WWE, now ostracized publicly because he is a not a human being, not good a human being, like not the best example of being a human being. Let's just say allegedly per
What wrestler had the intro? I'm a bad, bad man. Wasn't there a wrestler that had that entrance?
Bad News Brown.
Maybe, I don't know.
Anyway, anyway, according to Minky Juice's lawyer, this case with regarding Miss Grant is done. It's done. Uh, so this would make 3 attempts from federal law, from federal court against Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon is 3-0. He needs 3 more wins to tie Michael Jordan and Tom Brady. Oh no, Michael Jordan is better than Tom Brady because Tom Brady did lose twice in the Super Bowl, 3 times actually, right?
Three? I think it was twice.
No, because he
Twice
lost
against the Giants.
twice against the Giants, and then when he was in the Buccaneers, I think he won. He lost to Mahomes. Didn't
He
he?
beat Mahomes.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, kind of like what happened last week. They got that behind whooped.
Anyway,
Royally, right? They
we're
got that
talking
behind.
about
Whooped.
Mr.
They
Kennedy,
got that
Mr.
behind.
Vincent
That
here.
behind. Whooped. That behind with a paddle in front of everybody. You just pulls those trousers down and.
I don't know what I was watching. I had 101 fever. I don't know.
Right.
I did have 101
Oh
fever.
yeah,
Though.
you did. No joke. No joke. Anyway, so Minky Juice is now 3-0 against federal court. How does he do it? Your conclusions are better than mine. Like y'all can jump to whatever conclusion you want. I don't know if it has something to do with whoever's in power now. Anyway, we're not going there. We're not going there. We're not going there. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Again. Anyway, so yeah, so now Miss Grant's attorney, who's Miss Grant, do your investigation, man. That's what the internet is there for. I'm gonna spell it. We're not here like a gossip show. This is already public record of what happened. I don't need to spill the beans, and if you don't know, just do a Google search, but be warned. Explicit content, to say the very least.
Not safe for work.
Yeah, don't pull out that stuff at work if you're using work computer to pull that stuff. Like use your phone in your own leisure in your own time, and be ready to be and have a bathtub handy ready to bathe yourself afterwards because you're gonna feel dirty. Anyway, so she's going to pursue civil court for this. Basically, if Minkia loses on civil court, he's only going to be liable to give back economical pay. So basically, she's just at this point after money because she couldn't get him legally. She couldn't get him by the justice system. So she's trying to cut him, hurt him where it hurts right now the most because he's no longer a billionaire per se. He's a millionaire. So she's going to try to hit him where it hurts now, get whatever cash money he has left and try to hit him there. So that's the end of it for Minkia. And in terms of where his status is right now, AEW had their Grand Slam event in Australia last night, which was actually in the future because Australia is always like a day before us because they're always in the future. So this was a kind of a weird time warp. They were already on Sunday where we were at Saturday. So for them it's Monday now.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
Well,
Yeah.
just the way time works.
I always love one time that they asked the dude that he called from live on a radio show from Australia, and they asked him, "What's the future like?" So yeah, flying cars is a thing. Anyway,
Wait, what? Within 12 hours, we're gonna have flying cars?
hey, you say how's the future like? I go flying cars. That's where I went immediately. Back to the Future has a lot of things to explain to us. they they put a lot of lofty expectations on us.
Yeah, I don't think those two are gonna be able to do it.
Anyways, AEW had their event. It was good. Sorry. It was a good event. Let me see if I got some water still here. My my throat went dry there for a moment. Anyway, it was a good event. Everything went well. The crowd was reacting until a Tony Khan popped up
Mm.
in the crowd, and the crowd booed his behind off the building. Why, may you ask? Do your research. We're not here to bury anybody. We're not here to because I don't run a multi-million-dollar corporation. I don't know how to run a certain guy that you like so much. I couldn't run a Target, much less a wrestling promotion. But I mean, there are reasons. You can find many. Some. I mean, I don't blame the wrestlers. You know, you got to make your money somewhere. You got to work for somebody. You got to make your money. Like, you don't necessarily have to like your bosses. You just got to make that paper. So I don't blame the wrestlers for working there, and I don't hate the place for existing. I just wish that that gentleman would do things differently. You know.
Well, they better figure something out because how much longer can he keep throwing at a?
Well, as long as WB keeps throwing money at them, because Warner Brothers even now expanded a deal with them now that their content could be in HBO. HBO,
Max?
yeah. So, look, the problem is as long as they keep making money, they're good. That's the thing. As long as they keep making money and companies are throwing money at them, like again Warner Brothers, as long as they keep making money, they're good. They're in the green. And they changed their strategy now to going smaller venues.
Well, they had to.
Yeah, because they thought that they can do the I'm sorry, but this reminded me of a meme. You know, because Penta now is in WWE. He used to be in AEW. And there's they did a meme with Penta in a WWE ring, and he's surprised, but it was because of a wrestling move. But they used the surprised look in his face, and the meme on the bottom says, "Wait a minute, there's people in this side of the camera as well."
It's messed up. That's really messed up.
What does that mean? Oh, you figure it out. Don't worry. You guys are smart. You guys are smart. You can get some of you already got the revelation anyway. So yeah, AEW did their event. It was good. The fans were singing Edge's theme song. You know, Metalingus. I mean, at one point the music stopped and they all were started singing the lyrics.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and he was just taking it all in the middle of the ring, soaking it all in, which is cool. So it's nice that I refuse to call him by his AEW name. I refuse because you know he was going by his normal name, but he actually changed the name now to the Rated R Superstar Cope. 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 We're coping, trying to find words here.
He was always, he will always be edgy no matter what. It's like renaming something.
Yeah, that's when I saw another meme from Coming to America. You remember that scene in the barbershop? Uh, uh, Oh, because it's an old movie, you probably haven't seen it. There's a scene in the barbershop that the old people are discussing. So there was something, oh, Cassius Clay. You know who Cassius Clay is? And there was and then the old guy was like, "Don't call him Cassius. His name is Muhammad Ali." And then the guy said, "Hey, Mama called him Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay." So they used the same old guy in the meme. Is the Radio Superstar Cobra said, "Hey, Mama named him Edge. I'm gonna call him Edge."
It's a sad thing when licensing is coming and
Hey,
can't move on.
WWE didn't want to give out the name. I mean, he got off with a lot. He got off with the music.
Well, the music was never owned by them.
No, because that was a deal directly from Alter Bridge to him.
So they couldn't stop that from doing anything.
That was a deal between Mark Tremonti and him. Mark Tremonti is the
That's like
guitarist for Alter
if-
Bridge.
If Triple H ever went somewhere, they can't keep his music. They can keep his name, but they couldn't keep his music.
Well, at this time, Lemmy Kilmister is no longer with us, so I don't know what the estate of Motorhead, I guess, because the rest of the guys owned. That's what I heard when Lemmy passed away. That the rest of the guys got ownership of Motorhead, so they decide whatever they do with Motorhead. So that was a nice gift from Lemmy to them because Lemmy was the sole owner of Motorhead. But Lemmy's nice thing because I don't think Lemmy has kids or had any kids. So he just like, you know what? I'll give it to the band because those were the guys that lasted the longest with him, although they're not the original members. But they spent like 20 years with him.
Oh.
So although not original members, but I mean, it's not who you start with, it's who you end the dance with.
Yeah.
So if they were the ones that were there through the end, like those are the guys, plus the other guys already were dead. Because, well, rock and roll lifestyle, man, what can I tell you? I mean, in the middle of a concert, the drummer and the drum and the guitars just started beat the bejesus out of each other.
Nice.
And Lemmy's just playing. I'm like, what is it? Oh, yeah, it's a Tuesday. Anyway, it's a Tuesday. What can I say? Brothers in arms and whatnot. You know, it happens in the best families.
If you don't fight, you ain't family.
Yeah, like if we ain't drawing blood,
I stab you.
So that's all the AEW news. Oh, this weekend WWE, Jey Uso already picked his opponent for WrestleMania. It's going to be Gunther. So Mr. Slap the soul out of you for what versus Mr. Jeep Man himself. That's going to be for the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania. We still don't know who's going to face Cody at WrestleMania. That's going to be determined now in an elimination chamber. Right now, I think it's Punk, Cena, McIntyre are qualified. I don't know who else is. I think there's qualifiers for the women's title as well because Charlotte also picked her opponent. She picked Tiffany Stratton from SmackDown. So I guess she's heading to SmackDown if she wins. I don't know if she's going to win or lose. I mean, at this point, I think Charlotte, like I said before, Charlotte's more, she don't need the title. She's beyond the title at this point because her name is just cemented in a different echelon right now. So I don't think she needs the title per se, but
she needs to catch up to Dad. So, you know.
Yeah, I mean, she got 14, so she only need two more to tie with Daddy and a third one just to untie. But I don't know if Cena's going to beat her to it, although this is Cena's last year. But then again, he's 16. Cena's tied with Flair. Although if you ask Flair is like, if it's championships, like, this actually 23. If you ask Flair, no, legitimately, because they count, because some of those world title reigns that he had in NWA actually should count for 2 or 3 or 4 more, because he did lose to Jack Veneno in DR, but Jack Veneno didn't want to do the tour because they were trying to keep the kayfabe. But Jack Veneno didn't. No, I'll stay here, because it was like, well, okay, so we got to visa you up because you got to defend that title somewhere since you're the champ. We had to do it. And like, no, I'm staying here. So they gave the title back to Ric Flair, and they made it as if he never got it back. But Ric Flair is like, no, I'm counting that because I lost it and then I got it back.
But he didn't fight to win it back.
It got back to him anyways. He said, I'm counting that. Rick is It's Ric Flair. It's like, dude, don't find logic in Ric Flairism. You cannot find logic in Ric Flairism. Like you just accept what Rick says and that's it. Move along. Just accept what Ric Flair says and move along. That's all you can do. That's all you can do, basically. Any hoodles. Charlotte is the closest woman to tying or breaking Ric Flair's record. Cena is the guy who's already there. And the next guy is Randy Orton. That's the next guy in the active roster. I mean, if Triple H would have stayed a little longer, he probably could have breaking the record. Because I think Triple H is like a 12-time or 13-time champ. I think Triple H is. Yeah. Anyways, WWE they broke the internet this week because Ricky Starks, the guy that was like ostracized in AEW because he showed up on last year's Royal Rumble in a camera feed. And basically AEW was like, oh, you got caught in camera for WWE. That means we're going to punish you. And the reason why he was backstage in the Royal Rumble last year is because he's Cody's friend. And Cody was the one that helped him get into AEW when Cody was vice president of AEW. So he was just paying the favor to the guy that got him the job. Yeah. And AEW took offense. He did, mind you, he did not show up on TV, on a camera feed in security. And because WWE used that footage from the camera feed of him just showing him entering the building, and Ricky Starks, by the way, Ricky Starks has appeared in WWE TV way before he was in AEW as an enhancement worker, as a jobber, basically doing jobs for bigger guys. So he's been on WWE TV a lot, both on WWE, NXT, whatever. So this is not his first rodeo in the company, but he didn't show up per se as like, here I am, an AEW guy on WWE TV. He didn't do it with malice. You understand? He was just backstage visiting his friend. The fact that WWE published that image, that's what burned him with AEW management. So they put him on the bench for a year. And this guy was trying to do then, okay, so you guys are not going to use me, so let me do independent work. They shut that off too. Yeah, so you know what he did a couple of weeks ago? Not even a couple of weeks. Last week, on Monday, he was like, give me my release. And they gave it to him. Monday. Tuesday, he shows up at the end of NXT. If that was not the biggest middle finger.
You know what he was doing.
If that was not the biggest middle finger to a certain cocaine bear, who we're not going to mention, but probably it was related to someone we mentioned that was booed earlier. Who could that be? Rewind it. You might.
Yeah, Tony Khan.
Keep it a mystery, sir.
Yeah, no, there's no mystery there.
Anywho,
spoiler alert. I'd like to play you sometimes.
Anyway, as I was saying, Ricky Starks who showed up on NXT. So plus we also got Jordan Grace, that formerly from TNA, showing up on NXT. NXT is firing on all cylinders. Like, they are just cooking it. Shawn Michaels is killing it in creative. So once they send him to the main roster and help Triple H book that thing, is going to be like WWE. Don't get me wrong. WWE is great right now. They're doing awesome money. But if you just add Triple H and Shawn Michaels to handling the creative, Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus. It's going to be awesome.
You got two of the
greatest
in the Raw era.
Two of the greatest wrestling minds. And doing it. And they don't have to think about themselves no more because they already been there, done that. They got
their quota.
Yeah, they got their quota already. They already etched their names in history. That's it. They're set. And also, by the way, congratulations to Triple H again. We already mentioned that before. He's well deserved of his honor. And now we got Michelle McCool, the Undertaker's wife.
Mrs. Undertaker.
Yeah, Undertaker's wife. Well deserved, also as well. Very well deserved. Some quote unquote fans out there, quote unquote, would say she is there just because she is the Undertaker's girlfriend. Mind you, her I would dare say like 89 to 90% of her WWE career, she wasn't even with the Undertaker.
She wasn't.
She wasn't with the
She
Undertaker.
did her thing way before.
She did her thing way before her and Undertaker were an item. So we're talking about her career as a solo act. She put in the work. She was good in the ring, better than some of the guys were back in the day. So it is very well deserved. She deserves this, and we congratulate her for being edged, put it there in the showcase of the Immortals, not WrestleMania, but Hall of Fame. So she's well deserved. That's on her own merits. The Undertaker has nothing to do with that. Undertaker already got his thing. So it's not about her. It's about, I mean, it's not about him. It's about her. It's about her. So kudos to Michelle McCool for getting into the Hall of Fame. We're hoping to see who else is going to be joining this year's class in the Hall of Fame. Hopefully, it'll be interesting people. And I think that's my wrestling rant for now. You got anything else?
No, I mean, there's nothing major coming out. So
Sports are pretty much done for.
no, I mean, you got All-Star weekend. Today's the All-Star game.
Is it?
Yeah. Yesterday you had the dunk contest, and the guy that won, he's plays in the G League for the Magic, but he won twice already, so he just came back. No one ever did 3. Look at his dunks.
I've just been so out of.
But I'm just saying, like, if you look at the dunks that he did.
Okay, no, but look, no disrespect to the dude. I will say that I haven't seen him and I can't judge him. And that the fact that he's won 3 years in a row, that's unheard of.
It's the first time ever.
It's unheard of. So that must be that he is damn good.
He earned more money by winning these dunk contests than he's done playing basketball.
That's where I'm going at. So he's great at dunking, exceptional at dunking. So the fact that he's in the G League.
But a lot of people have 2-way contracts. I mean, and then G League is just it's the minors. So you
AK where Bronny should have been staying to this point.
Sure, yeah, your words, not mine.
Oh, you afraid somebody gonna go after you?
Hell no, listen. Ronnie doesn't even deserve a spot on the bench right now. I don't know why he's even on the bench sitting next to freaking LeBron like he did something to earn that spot there. I'm just saying.
I didn't say that. I wasn't going
You're not
way that
these,
way. But
these dunk contests is not like we used to be. Like, you're not gonna have your Vince Carters dunking anymore. You're not gonna have your Michael Jordans and all that. I mean, they're trying to get these dunkers back. Like John Morant is trying to get in touch with like Zach LaVine and all them. Be like, yo, let's do this dunk contest next year to make it somewhat decent. But even like the 3-point contest used to be a big thing. Is not a big thing anymore. The skill contest. I mean, these All-Star weekends, it's nothing there. But I saw the guy dunk yesterday, and he was pretty good. You know, I'm not gonna let him. The dude jumped. He got a thing like this, so he got a step like that, and then he put a 7-footer on top of that. So now it's making him like 7'6", maybe 7'5", something like that. He had the guy hold the ball like this. The guy jumped over him, grabbed the ball, tapped the rim, and then dunked it for his final dunk to win. So,
dang.
Then they put a freaking Kia in the middle of the floor.
That's the picture I saw.
Yeah, and he jumped. He didn't jump over the hood. He jumped over the highest part of the car, and the guy was standing with a ball outside the the sunroof and grabbed it and he dunked it. Like
that would win it. That
yeah.
would win it. Yeah.
So he earned 50 in each round. Like he literally just clean slate.
Could have just been like it's over. Just everybody go home.
That's what kind of what like Vince Carter was like when they had the All-Star game in San Francisco when Vince Carter was doing the dunk contest.
It's over.
He was like,
it's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
A lot of people, dunking wasn't big, but it was part of the game. And you saw Michael Jordan do it. You saw Dr. J, who was in the crowd, do it. But when Vince Carter went to the dunk contest, people were like, "Yeah, I want to do that."
Yeah, he
brought a whole different light to the dunking.
I would say he overdid it in a good way. In a good way.
I mean, and then you got you think that little Nate Robinson, who's like 5'9", 5'10", who won 2 back-to-back, would ever even dream of dunking if Vince Carter didn't pave the way for people to do this kind of stuff? Like, yes, dunking was part of the game. Michael Jordan won, Dr. J won, people won.
Yeah, but Jordan evolved his game after dunking because before he was just known as Air Jordan. Then he just was like, okay, I'm going to be an outside shooter now.
But I'm trying to just say, like, dunking was part of the game, but Vince Carter kind of put it on the map where basketball was just shooting.
Yeah.
So kudos to the guy. I forgot his name. He's from the Orlando Magic. Great win. Nice dunks. Spring training is on its way. Pitches and catches reported early this week, and now position players at least for the Yankees reported today.
Okay.
Our boy Giancarlo Stanton already dealing with some shit in his arms. I'm sorry, excuse my French. Already dealing with some stuff like tennis elbows in both arms.
How?
Supposedly he was dealing with it in the playoffs last year too, but it didn't seem like he was dealing with it in the playoffs because he was launching rockets into over the fence.
If you want to say his legs, yes, not his arms.
But if you see his swing, he barely puts any legs into it. It's basically all arms.
Because his running was like, oh.
Well, it's watching something in slow mo, and it's just like
the $6 million man from the 70s.
So, that's about it. I mean, if you don't know by now, the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
Oh, did they?
Spanked the crap out of Pat Mahomes.
That was a murder fest. And also then Kendrick Lamar also ended up murking.
My goodness.
Murking Drake.
When you start the whole thing off with Samuel L. Jackson dressed up as
Uncle Sam. Very apropos. Very apropos. And also, wink, wink, we got it. Samuel Jackson, Uncle Sam, we get it.
So, and I like what he said before. He's like, I want to play the favorite song, but people like to sue.
Also, although different record companies owned by the same company, yes, that's why he would get sued.
Well, he did it anyway, I think.
Yeah, because he was like, F it.
Very much.
It was F it. And also that devilish smile when he said, hi, Drake.
Drake was in his feelings that night.
Oh, my God. That was live televised verbal murder. And having the entire stadium.
And then you have your 2 ex-girlfriends on stage with him. Doing the cripple and the other one singing with him. And then kissed him.
That is like, I've seen some FUs before. Like John Cena is infamous for doing the FU. But
this was Stone Cold's middle finger raising.
No. This puts a Stone Cold middle finger salute look like 1 hour and 15 minutes of Barney the Purple Dinosaur. Because what this dude was straight up splatter, run, hit reverse, run it back, hit reverse, make sure to put some tacks in the tires, run it back again until you have a mush meat in the bottom, and then fill it up with gasoline, turn it up on fire, and then drop a couple of deuces on top.
Yeah.
It was that obvious. And mind you, I'm not a big rap guy, but I was like,
I don't really listen.
murder. I was like, murder.
I don't listen to rap like that anymore. Because I listen to more of the sports channels now. But I even was just like,
murder.
I was like that guy, like that meme from the wrestler, when the wrestling, when that guy, when something happened with, when Undertaker lost, and he's like the meme now.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
just like, yeah, that's how I was.
Yeah.
And remind you, I'm still like sweating out this fever, and I'm just looking at him like,
no, when I saw it, I was like, yeah, he got cooked.
and then
that's a steak well done.
The whole thing, and then you saw like they set it like when the first like aerial shot looked like Squid Games, but then you saw the buttons for like the PlayStation controller.
That ending just putting game over. I was like, this man will never. I just imagine the Tiger King meme again. I will never financially recover. That must have been Drake. I'm not gonna financially recover.
Did you see they had a meme with Drake hugging Mahomes because they both had they both had a crappy day,
and then some. I don't know who got the whooping worse. Oh, I was like, I mean, already by halftime, it was bad. It was bad.
Well, freaking Mahomes. If Mahomes didn't throw that last touchdown, I would have been $200 richer.
Wow, keep it in your pants, son. Don't be talking about you putting your stuff in Front Street like that.
I didn't win. He threw the freaking touchdown. I didn't win.
Oh, God. Say much now, don't you?
It's $200. What is that going to get you nowadays?
Something.
And a carton of eggs. That's all.
Two. Certain places too. I mean, you go down south, it get cheaper. You go down south, it get cheaper. You can get two. I like the dude who did a meme. Like he was like, he did the whole unboxing thing. Like it looked like from Pulp Fiction when you open the luggage, it's just glows from inside, and when they show us the contents inside was just a carton of eggs.
It was this thing I saw. It was like, and we must have been like 4 or 5. It was like, I want to trade this in for a Dodge Challenger.
Funny thing is, you might have get it. That's the funny thing. You might have gotten one. They're like, I got 2. Which one do you want? Can I get both? Do you have enough cotton? I'll do you one better. I got a chicken putting eggs right now.
You want the chicken?
You want the chicken?
Bird flu? He's not. He don't got the bird flu. He's chilling.
He's been vaccinated. He got vaccine. He got vaccine. That chicken got vaccine. We're gonna have to do a medical test on that, but I mean, pending a medical exam, you got yourself a deal.
Where we at here?
We're in 48 minutes.
I think that's good.
Yeah, we're running out of material here, folks. We're just emotionally drained right now. It's been a long day. Anyways, thank you for listening and watching us. Remember our social media, Husky Rebel Pod. No, that's our website, huskyrebelpod.com.
HB Media.
Well, I think it's different. Let me see.
Changed it now?
Let me see.
Anyway, mine is Johnny.
The Husky by Boo Media. Yeah, Husky by Boo Media. That's our thingy. Husky by Boo Media and our Ariel Duran and Johnny Boy 426 on Instagram and on Facebook. Do not go on Facebook because
you just join the list.
It's gonna be a while. We'll put you into the waiting list jail. Anyway, so thank you for watching and listening. Oh yeah,
we got the TeePublic store.
Oh yeah. The t-shirts. I mean, the hat.
We wore shirts last week.
Yeah. We're just representing the movie today. Anyways,
35% off right now. Probably by the time you see this tomorrow,
and forever, and ever, and ever.
You just gotta wait a couple of days.
Yeah. If it's not right now, at the moment you're watching this, give it a couple of days. It'll come back to those 35% off. Always. It always comes back.
Yes, it does.
Anyway, thank you for watching and listening, and have a great day.
Peace out. Have a good week, guys.
Bye.